All right, so let's talk about Jurassic Park Camp, Cretaceous, or whatever they want to call themselves. Camp. We gotta talk about the love triangle. The love triangle between Darius, Kenji, and Brooklyn. Now, throughout season 1 and 2, you start to see Darius and Brooklyn really develop a relationship. It's a common respect relationship from Brooklyn. Say, I respect you now because you know a lot about dinos. You kept us alive. Kenji respects Darius too. A lot. However, this last season, though, he lost a little bit of respect for him by putting Brooklyn's life in danger. Now, he took it the worst out of anyone, and they all agreed to the plan. But he took it the worst because it's Brooklyn. The reason being, Kenji likes Brooklyn. Now, my thing with this whole thing, with this scenario, and I'll be weird with you guys. You probably say, what team are you on, Johnson? Are you on the team Darius? Or are you on the team Kenji? I'm on team Darius. Now, you probably say, oh, because he's black? Absolutely not. I'm on the team because they have had a lot of development together. Like, honestly, the most development between the characters of the show is arguably, if they're not the top one, they're the top two or top three, is Darius and Brooklyn. They've had a lot of development together. And also, they've had a lot more respect for one another. Because, again, remember, Brooklyn was really fond of Darius because he's dino nerd. But she still, like, looks at him like, after season 1 and then a little bit season 2, she's like, okay, that dino nerd respects that. And you could tell she's starting to develop a little feelings for him, probably. And if Kenji comes to her, you could probably see she'll back off and be like, I don't know. Not because she don't know she don't want to be with Kenji. It's probably the fact that she has feelings for Darius. Because you can slowly see development is coming. Now, you're probably seeing it. So now, let's turn off the brain. These kids have been on the island for 6 months. Now, realistically, these kids would have got together anyway. Realistically. Now, this is a children program. We'll keep it PG land and PG world. So let's say nothing happens. But you can see the development between Darius and Brooklyn. Hell, in one of the episodes in the last season, Kenji was making a prank on Darius and Brooklyn. He didn't do it to nobody else but Darius and Brooklyn. Because he's starting to see the relationship between Darius and Brooklyn. Because he's trying to, I won't say put a wedge to it. He respects Darius, but he also sees Darius as competition to Brooklyn. He likes Brooklyn, but he also sees that Darius is competition for him, for his affection to Brooklyn. And you can see it developing. And you're probably saying, do I want it? Absolutely. Now, here's the question. If this would have been forced down my throat in season 1, I wouldn't want it. But slowly but surely, the characters that are developing, they becoming their own character. They're not the typical standard characters. And you start to see that through season 1 and season 2, even season 3. I can have a little love triangle now. When you don't give me that right off the bat, I'm cool with it. When you slowly build it and take time with it, I'm like, all right. Now, if you give it to me straight off the bat, I'm going to reject the love triangle and I'm going to reject the characters. But they didn't do that. They slowly developed these characters into something phenomenal and something great. And that's what I look for in a anime show. Not for a live action television show. I give it 5 episodes. Reason being, they're hour long. And I'm like, okay, I'll see it, but don't force it. Now, if slowly but surely it happens, it happens. But it also, for a live action, you have to have good writing for that. And, a lot of the vampire shows do love triangles, like Vampire Diaries did it. I thought that was okay with Stefan, Elena, and Damon. That was done okay. And again, Elena had no affection for Damon, but, Damon had it for her, but you slowly see it. But it started developing. That's personally fine. That didn't happen in one season. It took about 2 or 3 seasons. True Blood, another one, which I'm rewatching today. Still a good show. Eric, the same way. Suki wanted Bill. Suki always wanted Bill. But slowly but surely, she started developing feelings for Eric. Now, we're not going to count the whole blood thing in your body, but you see where I'm going at. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make here is, if you give it time, you write these characters out well, you let these characters become their own, let these characters stand out on their own 2 feet, we ain't got no problem. And I believe the show's done a fantastic job with that. It's done marvelous. It's one of my favorite shows that's came out on Netflix animated-wise. It's actually one of those shows that I had no high hopes for, and it blew me out the way. This show really blew me out the way. It's arguably one of my favorite shows to watch. I can binge watch this show less than a day because I enjoy these characters now. Castlevania is another one. Blood Zeus now has become a one. But if I have to choose the show that really caught my eye, was Jurassic Park. Jurassic World Camp has really blown me away of how they do things. But anyway, I'm going off topic. As always, guys, like, subscribe, peace. Have a Johnson day. Do you guys want the love triangle, or do you guys are like, yeah, I'm okay where they at? Or you're like, yeah, I think it's time for the love triangle. Comment below, let me know, and have a Johnson day.